Hi guys, I am back with another Engagement Ring 101 video. If you're new here, my name's Allie. I'm a personal jeweler and I work primarily with engagement rings. And I thought this would be a fun and informative video to make for you guys because I've seen so many videos of people recently on TikTok who have lost their center stones for their diamond, and that stresses me out. I never want that to happen to you, so keep watching. I'm going to go over some tips and tricks as to what you should and shouldn't do with your engagement ring. There's a large misconception about fine jewelry, and of course you can wear it every day, it doesn't tarnish. However, you have to maintenance your fine jewelry because everyday wear will eventually wear down the setting, because gold and platinum are very soft, and that's typically the metals that are used in fine jewelry. So over time with wear, you can knock a prong without even realizing it and then have your stone eventually come out. That's the last thing you want, so it's very important to know how to care for your fine jewelry. There are 3 places that I don't advise you to bring or wear an engagement ring, and I'm sure you could guess, but they are the gym, swimming, any type of swimming, or vacation. When you're at the gym, you're working with weights or reformer machines, you're sweating. It's just not a good environment for gold, and I'm sure if you're sweating a lot, your jewelry will get super dirty anyways. I've seen that happen. In addition to the risk of bending your setting, knocking it on a weight, losing a stone, and also having your diamonds look dirty, I just wouldn't wear it to the gym. I just think better safe than sorry. With the same sentiment is swimming, and that might also go with vacation, which we'll talk about in a second. But swimming, it stresses me out. The last thing you want to do is have a stone fall out in the ocean or a lake or any body of water, even a pool inside. If you have a diamond, diamonds are clear, it's going to be very hard to find. So it's better to just avoid that all and not wear it. Leave it at home, put it in a locked locker. Again, better safe than sorry. I also feel strongly about not bringing your engagement ring on vacation. Of course, it kind of depends where you are, what you're doing. Like if it's a work trip, sure, you can wear it. But if you're having like a fun vacation with excursions and you're going to be out in nature or just, doing touristy things, I just think it's better to leave your engagement ring at home. If you're someone who feels naked without your ring, you can always go on Amazon and they have costume jewelry engagement rings that look incredible, really. You would never know the difference, and it might be fun to get a new style, switch it up, new vibe, and you can wear that instead. Engagement rings or any fine jewelry that's super sentimental, I just wouldn't even risk bringing it somewhere. The last thing you would want would be to lose it or misplace it or have it stolen in a place that you don't live or you're unfamiliar with. There's just less of a chance that you'll have it back and you'll be really sad. One of my biggest tips for if you want a well-made engagement ring, definitely go to a reputable jeweler. I'm a custom jeweler, so I make custom engagement rings. I have 2 bench jewelers who do a really amazing job. Nothing is mass produced, and I feel like that helps with the quality of the engagement ring. Typically, if you are buying an engagement ring online from one of the bigger brands, everything is mass made overseas, and with that, you're getting lower quality settings, and sometimes they will put you more at risk for problems with your engagement ring down the line, whether it's stones falling out or just the setting coming undone. I don't know. If you're working with a smaller jeweler, someone like me or a local jeweler to you, you are likely having it custom made, so the setting will be made specifically for the stone that you go with, which I find makes for a more secure ring. So keep that in mind. If you are shopping with a bigger brand, make sure to look up tons of reviews. Maybe you're shopping for a vintage or antique ring. Those I find are better made because they're not mass produced and they've already made it 100 years, so that's a good sign. In addition to that, you have to maintain your engagement rings. So like a nice car. You can use it all the time, you just have to maintenance it. Typically jewelers will recommend you taking it in twice a year to a jewelry store. It doesn't have to be where you got the ring from. It can just be any local store. Most stores that do repairs would be happy to do this for free. They'll be happy to check the prongs and make sure the stones are in there and nothing's loose, and then they'll clean it for you, typically. Going back to what I said earlier, everyday wear can definitely wear down your fine jewelry. It just happens. Gold is really soft. Life, you don't realize how much you use your hands. So taking good care of your fine jewelry is very important to the longevity of it. Twice a year, every 6 months, think of it like a dental appointment. It is well worth it. So if all else fails and an accident happens, you hit it on something, you slam it in a car door, and you lose your stone, you have to make sure you have insurance on your fine jewelry, because then in the case that the stone falls out or it's lost or stolen, you can have it replaced. Obviously there'll be less sentimental value, but you definitely want to be insured because engagement rings are an expensive purchase. So you can insure this through a jewelry insurance company, which would be Jewelers Mutual, Gem Shield off the top of my head. You can typically bundle it into your homeowner's insurance and they'll help you with that. Again, if you've had your ring for a couple years and something happens, it's not likely that a jeweler will fix it or replace the center stone for free. Of course, I help my clients fix any issues, but if an accident happens and it's slammed in a car door and the stone falls out, we can't replace it for free. So just be mindful of that. In that case, insurance would come in and be well worth it. Those are my tips and tricks. I just wanted to make this because I think it's very important to cover, because I do think there is not enough information on how to care for fine jewelry. So I hope this was helpful, and I will see you in the next one.